Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's Monday, it's new release day, so you know what that means. It's time to hit the road, go and visit a few shops and see what's out today. So without further ado, let's hit the road and see what we can find. And we've finally arrived at King's Lynn, and first stop of the day is Poundland. And after last week's surprise of having a new delivery in, we're back to the same old stuff in this Poundland. Nothing new here, just a few odd titles that were new last week, but nothing here that really takes my fancy. Next stop is One Below, and this one also marks quite a sad end, as this will be the final time we will be going to this One Below store, as today it's closing down for good. All the titles here are 10p, which is pretty good, but unfortunately nothing really new here and nothing really just worth getting. After all this Blu-ray hunting, I think it's time for the first copy of today, a lovely latte from Costa. Next stop is Poundland number 2, and as per usual, nothing new here, which is a shame considering other stores in my area have had new deliveries. I kind of thought this one would, but no, this one hasn't seen a new delivery for quite a while. Next up, we're in Sainsbury's, and unfortunately there's nobody here or Black Widow. We do have last week's releases of The Hitman's Wife Bodyguard, as well as The Conjuring Part 3, as well as your usual suspect of Blu-ray titles. No real big discounts here unfortunately, but still a great selection nevertheless. The same goes for the DVD section, which basically is the same. A few decent titles here, but again, nothing really that new and nothing really much on offer. Just a few little cheap DVDs at the bottom for £2, but the majority of them are all sold out. Next up, and the final stop of the day, is Tesco. And again, no Black Widow and no Nobody, which is a shame. But we do have The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard and The Conjuring Part 3 here, which is cool. They even have The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard on 4K, which kind of surprised me. Again, there's similar sort of titles that you find in Tesco all the time, no real big offers. Same goes for the DVDs, no Black Widow, no Nobody, just the same selection of generic titles as well as a few new ones. Also worth noting that Tesco have completely got rid of those new digital code vouchers, which is good. It's just an empty space there, so hopefully they'll put some more titles there or put something different there very soon. Onto the video game section, and unfortunately Tesco hasn't got the new release of WarioWare for Switch, and unfortunately there's no new releases on PS4 or Xbox One either, with no new discounts as well. Kind of a disappointing showcase from Tesco. It does kind of make me wonder whether they're going to move out of video games soon. Time for another lovely latte, brought to you courtesy of Costa, and yes, it was absolutely fantastic. Anyway, that's enough shopping for today, so let's bugger off home and see what we picked up. And we're finally back, people, and it's been a pretty decent day. This Blu-ray hunt's been a little bit shorter than usual, mainly due to my hay fever playing up. But overall, it was fun. We went into Poundlands, nothing new in there. We did pop into One Below, even though it's closing down. This is the last day, which is a shame. Did go in H&V today, but didn't get enough footage because it was packed in there. Did see Black Widow and Nobody in there. Ain't going to pick them up now, probably pick them up at the weekend. And we did go into a few supermarkets, and unfortunately they didn't have nothing in as per usual. They never have the new releases on release day for some reason, but hey ho, these things happen. But anyway, more important stuff, let's move on to the pickups and deliveries for the past week. Not really a lot this week, but still a decent range of titles nevertheless. First up is One Below. As you know, that local One Below store is closing down today, I think, and they're reducing everything off. Last week it was like 25p. This week it's 10p. So yeah, I got these films for 10p each. First one is Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto. I remember there was a lot of buzz about this film when it first came out. Must have been about 2013. I thought it was a little bit later. This guy here, he's dying of AIDS and he's trying to find a way to find treatment, whether it's legal or illegal. He meets up with people along the way, and it looks to be a very interesting and heartbreaking tale. Haven't seen it before, but I have heard a lot of positive things about it, so for 10p I'm really looking forward to this one. And really in One Below they haven't really got much left now. They've just got like 20 different copies of A Bad Mum's Christmas, and that's about it. But this one, I saw this one and I thought, it looks quite fun, and for 10p in a red case I thought I'd give it a go. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. Stars Steve Carell, Steve Buscemi, Alan Arkin and Jim Carrey. So quite a good cast there. I think it's essentially just like a comedy sort of magician sort of film. Looks like it's going to be over the top and a lot of fun. Jim Carrey looks like he's having a blast there. Not too long, only an hour and a half. Don't really know much about it, but 10p. Anyway, went in HMV, had a look, see what they had, and they had a little sale on with some titles on Blu-ray, only $4.99. Had a look through the titles and I found a really good title, fairly recent one as well, only $4.99. And that's The Invisible Man. This one came out last year and it had quite a lot of cool reviews. This is sort of a modern interpretation of The Invisible Man starring Elizabeth Moss. I remember seeing the trailer for this and it does look really quite cool. This is the extended edition, which is even better, and for $4.99 with the slip, it's really hard to say no. It's just over 2 hours long and it does contain quite a few special features and featurettes, so that's cool. Looking forward to watching this one. And the final two come from the entertainment store on eBay. I was looking for one title and I noticed it was on offer for buy one get one for 75% off, so it worked out for a tenner for the two. And I had a look on the title range and there was a good range of things to get. But I decided to get The Jersey Boys, which is Clint Eastwood's directed film about the Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. This is based on like a stage musical, which I haven't seen, but it does look really quite cool. And if I remember correctly, some of the stars from the stage musical actually star as the characters here, with a really good soundtrack and a great cast. I'm really looking forward to watching this one. I was recommended this by Sophie's Retro Revival, our guest last week on the live stream, so really looking forward to watching this one, hopefully soon. Decided to pair that up with a fairly recent release that is still £15 in most shops, and that is Promising Young Woman. This is $7.99 online, but it was on like this buy two for a tenner, so I thought I'll bundle it up with this. I watched the trailer for it and it looks really interesting. Carey Mulligan seems to be giving a really good performance here. Not too long, at just under 2 hours, but the special features are quite disappointing. There's only 2 featurettes and the total running time for these featurettes are 4 minutes, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, this came out last year I think, but it was picked up by Sky to be released this year. Looks like a very good thriller, so again, looking forward to giving this one a go. I remember there was a lot of buzz around when this was released and it won quite a lot of awards. Yeah, it won BAFTA winner for Outstanding British Film and Original Screenplay, so it should be a really good time. Oh, and also don't forget, tomorrow night the live streams will also be on at 7:30. This week's special guest will be AJ's Movie Place. He's a fairly recent YouTuber who's just broke through the 100 subs barrier and he's really doing quite well. He has loads of videos on his channel showing off special editions, loads of merchandise, and he also does a few Blu-ray hunts himself. Great guy, so I'm really looking forward to talking to him tomorrow. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Bye.